Shalom, shalom. This is Hawu. I'm not gonna tell y'all, but I attempted to do this one video 2 times already, so this is my 3rd time. If it don't work this time, I'm gonna leave it alone. But so I was watching a video. It's a young man, you know, he does has a little, what you call him, it's called Seji Hito, right? And he reports, you know, crimes that happen to our people, racism, stuff like that. So, you know, a young sister was discriminated in a bank over a check that she got paid from her job, you know, because she's out of work. So I guess they gave her some type of stimulus check that for her job or something. I'm not sure, but the check was in her name. She had ID and everything. So the teller, the white woman, took her check, took her ID, would not give it back to her, told her the check was not hers. She stole it and said that the owner said he don't know who she is when they called to verify the check. So the woman said she needed to get Pampers and milk, and that was her only money for her children. And so the young lady, she called the cops, you know, the sister. And the cops came, you know, and actually what made me prompt to do this video is that video. So I'm gonna tell you why. Because it was a European cop, and it was like, he was like one of those East Indians, like, you know, people from like Bangladesh and stuff like that. He was one of them guys. And so she told the police what happened and everything. And as I'm watching the video, I hear the cop, she's carrying her daughter, he's the white cop, he asking her, you know, what's her daughter's name, how old is she? So I'm not gonna lie, in my mind I said, oh God, here we go. But I sat there and I thought wrong about them too fast. So because the lady in the bank took her check and her ID, the police took her to the store and bought the Pampers and milk that she needed. I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie. So that you can't say that all those people are nasty. They not. I mean, I know a couple cool, you know, Caucasian dudes. But so I'm looking at the other guy, right? And it, you know, the Most High, like I tell everybody, he puts thoughts in my head. And I know they ain't my thoughts because I ain't think about it. It just pops in my head. And what popped in my head was, he's melanated. Why don't they hate him? Because it's not your color that they hate. This is what came in my head, right? So I'll start paying, you know, thinking, and I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, they call us black, this, that. And if you, it don't matter, wherever you go, you got melanated people all over the earth. They got people over there that are dark, just like China, you know, everywhere. You know, it's Vietnamese, man. It's a Vietnamese man that used to come to the store, a coffee store I used to go to. I used to drink coffee at one point. I don't drink it no more, but, and he was dark, but he was Vietnamese, you know. And so I started, it made me think, the thought, and I said, you know what, how about that? Why do they really hate us for our color? Because that's what a lot of our people think. They think that we're hated because of our complexion. But you got Africans, that's our complexion. You got East Indians. You got a lot of people over this earth that look like us. They're not called those names. And they're colored. You got Africans that's darker than us. Way darker. So, you know, I knew it already, but a lot of our people don't know. It's not your color. It's your spirit. They hate who you are. They hate where you come from. Because you got to think about it. If you hate the Most High, then you're going to hate his children. You see what I'm saying? That's why he said for the ones that hate me. Because you don't want to keep his ways or his laws, then you hate him. And that's just cut and dry, you know? So, I was like, wow. And a lot of people saying, oh, it's the color of our skin. It's not the color of your skin. It's that light that's emanating from you. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know? And it's crazy because I remember I used to get upset at one point. Now I was like, why is it every time somebody run around doing bad stuff, they don't really have too many problems? I mean, stuff happens, but not like it happens to somebody that ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? You know, I remember one time, and you know, I'm not jumping off the subject, but I want to make a point. So this was about two months ago, probably 3. It was cold, and me and, you know, I do contracting. So me and my cousin, we had just got finished doing a bedroom. I'm sorry. We tore a ceiling down, you know, reinsulated it, re-sheetrocked it, put in some hi-hats, tore down another wall, reframed it, rewired everything, put a fireplace in her bedroom, and pretty much made her like a 3D wall, right? If anybody know what ledger stone is, that's pretty much what we did with the wall. The wall was from the floor to the ceiling, wall to wall, ledger stone, all the way around, with a fireplace in the middle, TV up and everything like that. Speakers in the ceiling, subwoofer in the wall, hooked it up. Recessed amplifier receiver. Really hooked it up, you know. Well, I hooked it up, you know. But so as I'm coming home, this night it's like 10:30. So I dropped my cousin off, and I'm on my way home. And I'm on Ogans Avenue, right? So I just came across Shelton, and I'm on Ogans, right? And I'm riding, and I see one cop on one corner. Just like every other corner, there's a cop sitting there, right? So I stop at the light, and right across from me on my passenger side was a Jeep with 2 white cops sitting. And my windows were tinted a little bit, right? So, you know, I'm sitting there, light change, I pull off. So I'm driving. I look in my mirror and I see headlights come out of a parking spot. Now at this point, I'm probably like about 8 blocks away, and the headlights come out of the parking spot, and this car is flying. I mean, this car is going at some crazy speed. This joint was moving, but it's coming up on me. So something told me, a thought, like I tell you, it'd be a thought. It said, go into the gas station. It was a gas station on my right hand side, and it said, go into the gas station, park close to the door. So park on the side of the gas pump, you know, by the door, closer to the building. So I listen to myself. You know, some people call it intuition or whatever. I call it the Most High. For real, that's what I call it. So I did that, and I pull up. My fault, y'all. I thought something was about to fall. So I pull up, and I get out my truck, and I'm walking to the store. So what I did was I did it slick. I didn't do it where it was like they can tell I'm looking at them. So what I did was I turned like I was looking for the number on the pump. You know, you look, try to see if you can see the number on the pump, but I'm looking at them. So they stopped at the gas station, but at the street. They would not come into the parking lot where the gas station was. So they stopped there, and they were looking at me. So I'm like, okay, if y'all wanted to bother me, y'all would come in the gas station, right? So I'm in there. I go in the store. I buy a soda, and when I'm coming from the soda machine, they're gone. They pulled off, right? Well, not, you know, the refrigerator. So I pay for it and everything, and I walk back out, and I'm about to get in my truck, and I turn around. I look in my window, and they're right there at the street again. These 2 white cops. So I said, wait a minute, what's going on? So what I did was, I said, you know what? I'm not leaving this parking lot. I said, let me go get some gas for real then. So I literally, you know, went in there, put some gas, put some money on my pump, came back out. When I came back out, they wasn't there again. I don't know what was going on. It's like they was going around a block or something. I'm not sure. But I'm pumping my gas, and usually what I do is I put the witch comb on so I don't have to hold it or whatever. So I'm going to go get back in my truck, and I look back, right back at my driver's side window again, and they back again. I'm like, well, what are they, like, what's up? So I turn around and look at them, and I'm like, everything all right? So he like, you all right? I said, yeah. I said, I'm on my way home. I'm tired. You sure you was at work? I said, well, I'm not sure if I'm sure, but are you sure I was at work? Like, that's what I asked him, because he just asked me, was I sure I was at work? So I said, well, I'm not sure if I'm sure, but are you sure? Because obviously you must know something I don't know. You know what I mean? I wasn't getting smart with him or whatever, but I ain't say the obviously part. But it was just, that was my thought. Like, so I asked him, I'm like, so are you sure? Because I'm not sure. So, you know, he was like, what's your name or whatever? But he's not coming in the parking lot. So I said, look, man, if y'all, you know, y'all gonna pull me over, I'll sit right here. Y'all can come in here, do what y'all gotta do, right? So I go take the thing out my witchcom or whatever, screw my cap in, close the door to my gas tank, turn around, they gone again. I said, okay. I said, dang. So I got a thing for oat milk cookies, right? So I said, let me go get me some oat milk cookies. So I come back. I'm in the store. I see them. They pull back up. They looking at me, right? But they will not come in this parking lot. They will not come in the parking lot, right? So I pay for it or whatever like that. And then I stand in the store. But I act like I was talking to the guy that was in there. But actually, I ain't gonna say I was acting. I was talking to him. And I was telling him, like, yo, like they I don't know what they doing. They act like they want to pull me over, but they won't come in the parking lot to pull me over. So Bull look at me and tell me, he said, listen, when they pull off again, he said, because they done came back 6 times. He said, they just keep going around. He said, and it's crazy that he said, I'm gonna be honest with you. He said, I think they want to kill you. This is what this man said to me. This man told me he think that they want to kill me. Like, this is what he said. And this is a brother. So I'm like, what? You know, I'm like, what? So he said, well, look, when they do that again, he said, come straight, because like on the gas station, it's a little block you can turn up. You know, either you can stay on Old Ground, so you can turn up the little block, but you know, you got to exit from the parking lot on both sides. So he told me to go up that block, and then it's another little block. He said, past the first one, it's another one. He said, take that little block all the way up, so you can take it straight through to Wayne Avenue to get, you know, and then come down to the expressway. So he was like, yeah, stay on the back streets. He said, don't get on the open streets, because they up to something. He said, and I'm gonna be honest, he said, the reason why they not coming up in here, because there's a camera right there. And I said, yo, I had a thought to pull, like, I had a thought to pull into the gas station close to the door. He said, well, your thought saved your behind. He said, because listen, I'm gonna be honest, I think they was gonna kill you. He said, I think they want to kill you. And he was like, and I don't think they're gonna call it in. I mean, and then I started thinking, because when I was talking to the guy, he had this blank look in his face, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this evil look, like he just had this disgusting look in his face. So I was like, oh wow. So he, I had my back towards the door. So when they left, when they did it again, he said, go ahead. So I run out there, I jump in my truck, I pull off, shoot up the low blocks. I fly down, I'm hard telling. I don't even care, right? So I get to on the expressway, I call my cousin, I tell him what's up. So he telling me, I forgot to tell you, don't go down Old Ground Avenue. They be targeting people, and he said they be beating up dudes and everything. He was like, they just beat up the young boy across the street. I was like, for real? And he was like, yeah, young boy in the hospital. He said they put him in the hospital. I said, yeah, these 2 white cops. He said, yeah, I think, what he called them, Batman and Robin or some shit. I forgot what he called them, excuse my French. But that's what he called them. I think he called them Batman and Robin. That's what they nicknames are and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, the Dark Knight running around killing, beating on dark people. Okay. So, yeah, I'm home. But, so, that's what, you know, what was going on. And I'm like, yo, man, make people sick. So, with me saying that, this is what I'm trying to get to. They didn't want to hurt me because I'm colored. Now, if anybody's seen me, I'm light. I'm high yellow. Actually, they used to call me White Boy. Like, that was my nickname, right? So, that wasn't what they wanted. They wanted to do it because of who we are, you know? And that's what's literally driving them. They hate the Most High, and they hate his children. So now if you think about it and you use common sense and stuff like that, if you have a father, right, and this is, I'm going from one subject to another. Now I'm going to from the part that they hate us and they hate who we are. Now I'm gonna explain one other thing to y'all. If you have a father, well, I know you had a father, everybody had one, but did you ever call another man's name to get your father's attention? No. You never did that, ever. And if you ever did call your father another man's name, you and your mom and him gonna have a problem, because now he wanna know, who is this man that my son is calling on? So now, I want y'all to think about what I just said. The Most High is our Father, right? Why are you calling on him in another man's name? Think about that. Just think about that. Like I tell people, the new testimony or new tune, new song, new everything is totally different. That's why it's called new. They changed it. It's like the King James version. It's his version of what he wanted to tell you what happened. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way that the Most High sent somebody else to pray to him in somebody else's name. Think about that. That's like you calling your dad another man. You see what I'm saying? And if you start discerning and paying attention and pray before you read these books and ask the Most High to send your mother, the Holy Spirit, to guide you and teach you and show you, you will literally see that that story has nothing to do with the Torah. It's totally different. All they did was they stole from other books so it can be convincing. And if you even, I'll tell y'all this, just do this, right? Go into Genesis, go from the lineage of Adam, all the way from, matter of fact, no, Abraham, all the way up to the sons of Jacob, right? Go all the way up. And then go from Jacob to all the way up to David and past, to the last era of David, right? What you're going to notice when you do that with Jesus, ain't nobody in that book got nothing to do. You be like, who this guy? Who Judas? When did David have a son named Judas? I want somebody to tell me that. Well, when did David have a son named Judas? The names of the lineage of Jesus is totally different from the lineage of David and Abraham. Well, matter of fact, you ain't got to go to Abraham. You can just go straight from David up. No, go from, David up. Because it'll go, it's supposed to go from his father, because his father's supposed to be from the tribe of Judah. You're not going to see his name in there. That lineage is totally different from the lineage in the Torah. Totally different. Totally different. And then you got another thing. What crazy Negro know the law that we don't supposed to drink blood or eat blood, but have somebody come tell you, drink this wine, this is my blood? Come on, man. That's vampirism. Y'all don't even see where that come from. Think about it. When you dead, right? When somebody died, they turn what? Pale, right? That's what a vampire do, right? The reason why a vampire drink blood is because he's dead. So he needs, see, the lifeblood is, your blood is the life. Your blood is what carries everything, keeps you alive, right? So the vampire drains the blood to reinvigorate himself, right? That's why he constantly, it's not an insatiable urge or whatever. They tell you, oh, he gonna crave blood. No, he has to drink it. Like a heroin addict needs heroin because their body will break down if they don't have it, because now it's in their chemistry. So when you get them off, you literally got to put them on something else and then wean them off of it, to get them off of the heroin. So it's the same thing with people who take the pills too. You take them pills, that's like heroin. They put you on another drug, and the drug literally kills the symptoms of the pills, so that you don't go through those symptoms of like the heroin symptoms, and then they wean you off of the stuff they give you to get you off of that. So you think about it now. That's why a vampire has to drink blood. He has to reinvigorate himself, keep himself alive, drink fresh life, or drain the life, because the blood is the lifeblood. The drain the life, the spirit, the essence and stuff, so he can stay alive. That's why. Who eats meat with blood? Who are the vampires? Who are sucking our spirits? Who are using us like batteries? Who put us in cells? What do a battery have? Cells. Cells. Think about it, y'all. It's a spiritual war. It's not all carnal. It's more spiritual. And we're not paying attention. And when you pray and you ask the Most High to send you, this is where you start figuring stuff out like this. Like you realize that they are the vampires. This is why they love those movies. They drink blood. They drink the life essence. They'll take a. Do you know when a young white guy gets his first kill of an animal, they cut the deer or the animal's jugular vein, and he has to drink a cup of its blood? Did y'all know that? So think about what's going on, y'all. Like, seriously, think about it. Vampires, they're all around us. They have us in captivity. They're literally draining us of our essence. And all you got, I'm gonna show you how they drain us of our essence. White people break dance right now. Chinese people break dance. Who used to break dance? We did. White people are rappers. White people are R&B singers. Remember, they could not sing like we could. They call it what is that word they use? They call it oh God, I can't remember the name of the word, but it's pretty much like they still in our God, I can't think of no word. Gosh, well, still in pretty much like the things that we do and making it for themselves. So if somebody's stealing something from you, right, and it's part of you, right, isn't that draining the life out of you? Isn't that draining your substance? So that's what they're doing. They are the vampires. We got to wake up. We sleep. We really sleep. This is why they're pale. Because they don't have the spirit of Hawaii in them. They don't have the spirit. That's why they are dead. You notice you got a name. You got Gentiles and then you got heathen. He used two names. The Gentiles, you can tell who they are. The heathens, you definitely can tell who they are. You know, so, I mean, listen, think about what's going on. Think about what you're doing. You're literally calling your father another man. Then you turn it around and you're literally giving an idol all the credit. All the credit. You even get an idol the credit of you going in captivity, knowing the Most High put you in captivity. Like, it's that serious. Like, our people are so far gone, it don't make sense. You know? So, at the end of the day, like I try to tell everybody, Lord, listen, man, read the Torah. Read it. Pay attention. Read Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, all the prophets. Read it. Listen to what they're saying. And if not, go back and read the paragraph again until you understand what you're reading. Then go read the New Tune. Jesus said he sent his 12 disciples to go to us, right? So that's one disciple per tribe, right? To destroy us. That's why they went. That's why he said, don't go to the Gentiles, but go unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, to destroy them, to keep them like the way we are now. So that's what happened. If you read Ezekiel, the Most High said, no one searched out my children. Nobody came and looked for them. He said he will gather us out of our dwelling places. Last I checked, I'm still where I'm at, and I ain't seen nothing or anything gather me from nothing. So what's up? Like, y'all not paying attention. Y'all are not. So you going, and then just think about this. Yeah, I'm about to get upset because this pisses me off. This really makes me mad. You gonna tell me that the so-called Son of God came down, selected 12 dudes, right? 12 strangers, and they got more props than the 12 patriarchs of us. If you read all that mess, it tell you that they always talk about the 12 disciples. It don't say nothing about our forefathers, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, our patriarchs who literally put us here, who had us, who we came out of. It don't say nothing about them, but these dudes that walked around with a man for 3 years get all these props. Come on, man. If you could pay attention, what do the devil do? He mimicked the Most High. So if you know that Jesus or Zeus or Thoth or Allah, whoever his name, Buddha, all of them, if you know that he is Satan, like he tell you in Revelations, 22:2 or 12:2, he says, I, Jesus, testify unto the churches. What did the Most High call the church? Abominable. He said, I, Jesus, testify unto the churches, I am the root and offspring of David, the bright and morning star. What is the morning star? It's the sun. That's the only star you see in the daylight. If you go to Isaiah, 14:12 or 16:12, it says, how have you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, son of the dawn, son of the dawn? What did Isaiah call him? Lucifer. What did Jesus say? He the morning star. Last I checked, I ain't seen two suns out. Well, lately you have been, but y'all know what I mean. Normally. So you know who he is. He is the devil. And everybody don't understand, Lucifer is a race of people. It is not a spirit. That's why it says, is it the man? The man. The man. Not the spirit, not the angel, the man. It's a man. And he had children. And that's the people the Most High say he's going to melt and burn. That's the children. So if you know that it's a race of people that are the children of the devil, or whatever you would call him, or that wicked spirit, the whipping tool, come on. We got deceived. We are into everything under the sun. And it all happened when they came over here and brung that never mind. They brung that mess. No, they brung that white devil here. I don't care. That's what happened. So, before then, we didn't even fight over stuff. Like, I could have something sitting on my thing. You could pick it up and say, can I have this? I wouldn't have a problem with it. Do it now and see what happens. You be out there rumbling. So, all this came when they brung that thing to us. And what they did was they took our stuff and they inserted all their mess into it. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Listen, yeah, the Most High is going to teach our people. He's going to have brothers that's going to have more knowledge than others. But it's one knowledge that you better get right, because you're going to have to answer for it. You better stop calling on the Most High in another person's name. You better stop doing it. I'm telling y'all. Because he tell you, he will give his glory to no one. So if he's not going to give his glory to no one, then why is Jesus saying praying my name to the Father? That means he wants the glory. Come on, y'all, use your brain. And then I think it's Isaiah. I don't know the number, but he says there in one paragraph. It's like the first paragraph. He'll say, "There's no one beside me that will save you," and then the second paragraph it says, "There's no one besides me." So he's telling you, there's no one beside me that will save you. Nobody. I'm going to save you. Then the second one is, there's no one besides me. Like, there's nobody next to me. There's no dude on my right hand that ascended. Yeah, right. I will save you. Come on, man. Use your brain. That's our problem, man. We sit there and just listen to everything these devils tell us. Use your brain. We got one power. One power. And then it tell us to seek David. So if Jesus is David, why we got to seek him if we already know who he is? Now remember, we have just been awoken. So we're trying to find the Most High, right? We're looking for him. We're seeking him, right? We're trying to learn his ways. So if we're seeking him and he tell you to seek David now that you're awoke, so David ain't Jesus. Then also, I can't remember. I wish I could get these scriptures. But one scripture tell you, it says when he gathers, he says that my people don't know me. I will have to teach them my ways, right? So this is when he gathers us. We have not been gathered. We're all where we're at, doing whatever. So that has not happened. So if the Most High said we don't know him, who the hell are y'all praying to? Think about that. And if you think I'm playing, I'll leave a comment and I'll get the scripture and I'll put it in the comments. But it says that we don't know him and he will have to teach us his ways. So who are you praying to? Think about that. Because before you was praying to Yah and Hoo and whoever. Now you praying to Yah, Hoo and whatever in the name of the Most High too. Come on now, wake up. But I'm gonna put that scripture up there in the comments, y'all. I gotta bring this stuff in here, man. This food. All right, y'all. Shalom.